For more on this, let's bring in live, as I mentioned, my friend, the actor, former California resident Dean Cain. He has a new podcast series out, by the way. It's called The Homeland, with Proud American Studios. Dean, welcome back. Always good to see you.
Thank you, Ed. By the way, great monologue. The amount of stuff you just covered right there is like earth-shattering. It would have been 2 months worth of news at any other time. But right now, there's just a whole lot going on, my friend.
There is, but why is the media not talking? They lectured us in 2024. You heard it over and over. Donald Trump is a threat to democracy, while Joe Biden and Jack Smith were shredding our Constitution and doing a digital footprint of Kash Patel's entire life, who he talked to, where he went, what websites he went. Is this America or the Soviet Union when Democrats are in power?
It's very much Soviet-like. But here's the crazy thing. They got nothing on Kash. I mean, you spend that much time looking at everything somebody does for 2 years or whatever it was and get nothing, that's crazy. So Kash is as clean as a whistle. I wouldn't want them doing that to me. I'm sure there's nobody else out
That's right.
that would want that happening to them. And it's just disgusting what they did. And I hope that people go to jail over it.
They should, and we need accountability. Let's move to the war in Iran. You see the media cheering on maybe an Iranian victory and an American loss. There's a new poll by AP NORC, by the way, that says most Americans believe the U.S.'s recent military actions against Iran have gone too far. 59% say the operation has been excessive. You hear the president and Caroline Leavitt saying they're moving towards a resolution. What have you seen from the president in his leadership? What's your take outside the swamp?
I think President Trump is playing 5D chess, man. He is, what's going on here and how he's doing things is amazing. The dominoes are slowly just falling and toppling. Well, actually not even slowly. It's happening quite quickly. Things are happening super fast. And he's got all of this mainstream media against him, and worldwide people, are trying to, other media outlets are trying that information fight. But those who know, and I know a lot of those who know, I can't believe how incredible this military operation has been. Secretary Hegseth has done an unbelievable job, and I think President Trump is playing 5D chess, and he is going to achieve his goals, and I think it's better for America and for the world writ large, without a question.
And we're going to get an update on Operation Epic Fury later this hour from Senator Tuberville, who's a key member of the Armed Services Committee. For now, I want to talk domestic politics with you. California, I mentioned, where you used to live, you fled. USC was supposed to have a debate last night, as you know, among Democrats who are running for governor to succeed Newsom. But they had to cancel it because none of the minority candidates, Hispanic and others, reached the threshold. So 4 candidates of Hispanic, Black, and Asian descent just didn't make the cut based on money, based on polls. This former Obama spokesman, Tommy Vietor, is panicking. Vitor, he says the California Dem Party needs to get together ASAP and put a tent on this circus. Primary in June, ballots get mailed May 4th. Candidates who aren't above 5% in the polls by April 15th need to drop out and endorse someone to narrow this field. They're panicked. They think there's too many Democrats splitting this. They cancel a debate now. Do Republicans have a chance of winning this state?
Man, because it's the way they have things set up there in California, it's possible that it could be Steve Hilton and Chad Bianco as the only choices. That would be amazing. I would throw a party and be ecstatic. I mean, it's incredible. California has gone down the tubes. Their leadership is ridiculous. The candidates that are running for governor on the Democratic side, in my opinion, are horrendous. Even worse than Gavin Newsom, if that's possible. So we'll see what happens. But if California gets 2 Republicans in there running, and those are the choices, boy, California has a shot. I'm sorry to have left the state, but it's become an absolute nightmare.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about one of the crazy Democrat candidates. Her name is Betty Yee. She's one of the minority candidates who didn't make the debate, so they cancel it. A few months ago, she called for a gender-neutral Olympics in L.A. Watch.
Right, but would you have a gender-neutral Olympics where you would have you wouldn't have male and female sport then? You just have one that everyone could join in.
Well, I don't think we're going to get that tomorrow, but I think it's a conversation worth having.
You think it's a conversation worth having where you have gender-neutral Olympics?
Because we need to understand what the attributes are of athletes across the spectrum.
I don't even have any words.
It's just the dumbest thing in the world. She clearly has no idea what she's talking about. There's no possible way, or there'd be no female athletes. It would be awful. It'd be absolutely terrible. And I love Ed, I love female athletes. All my ex-girlfriends are female athletes. I just don't understand it. You're just killing women's sports. My goddaughter plays volleyball. I mean, all that would be just crushed if they had to compete straight up against men. It's the absolute most ridiculous. There's the Democrat Party in a microcosm. Absolute insanity.
It certainly is. And I didn't mean to laugh because it's a serious issue about men and women's sports. But when you say all my exes are female athletes, it was a good line. Is that what we're going to hear in this podcast? Tell us about this new series, The Homeland.
Yes, I'm going to talk about all my ex-girlfriends. It's going to be a lot of fun. No, we're not doing that. That's a different podcast, and I don't want to even get close to that. The Homeland is about the stuff you've been talking about earlier. You know, mainstream media seems to be anti-American. They seem to be pushing for the United States to lose against Iran. They do anything. They don't care if it's important to Americans. They just want to hurt Trump. So if Trump does something good, they are against it 100%. I've never seen anything like it. And I'm a patriotic American. I believe in truth, justice, and the American way. And that's what we talk about on the Homeland. Positive things about America and the way things are going. And we push against that mainstream narrative, which is completely anti-American. It's politics, people, and I can't stand it. So we're speaking out on the Homeland. Tune in, and we're not going to be as good as you, Ed. I'm not going to get Emma to do that, but I think it's a lot of fun. We had Borders Czar Tom Homan on for our first guest. It was great. I'll be at CPAC this week, and we'll get a lot of other people and hopefully some good perspective.
I remember seeing you last year at CPAC, and you were mobbed. Nobody recognized me. Everybody wanted a picture with Superman. Dean Cain, we'll have you back, and good luck with the Homeland.
God bless. Thank you. I appreciate it.
God bless.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.